Alrighty, y'all. New year, and guess what I found? The world's best cornbread recipe. I finally found it, y'all. So let's make it. How about that? So starting off, you're going to preheat your oven to 400. Put a little butter in your cast iron skillet, and then put it in the oven and let your pan sit in there and heat up and melt that butter while your oven preheats, okay? And if you're doing this in a glass dish, that's fine too, but still do it the same way. Put your butter in your dish and put it in the oven. So starting out, we're gonna get our cornbread mixture together. Well, y'all, what else would we be doing? This is a cornbread video. Oh, Lordy mercy. Anywho, I think I need a nap. All right, 2 boxes of Jiffy cornbread mix, y'all, and 2 eggs. Then we're gonna add 2/3 of a cup of milk, and don't worry if I don't tell you what a measurement of something is, because y'all know I'm gonna put it down in the description box. So you're gonna get your eggs and your milk added over into your cornbread. Then we're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of sour cream, and this is just regular old sour cream. I usually have light, but I didn't this day. I think maybe I did a Walmart order and they didn't have it, or they substituted or something. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. Sour cream, y'all. Whatever kind of sour cream you got. 1/3 of a cup. Then we are going to, now y'all, don't panic. This is a sweet cornbread. Like I said, it's a sweet cornbread, y'all, but it is some kind of good. Trust the process. So we're going to add, I don't know what I was adding that last little drop for, but anyway, we're going to add some vanilla. And the original recipe, which I'll link down below, does say 2 capfuls of vanilla, but y'all know I don't ever, measure vanilla, so I just put a little in there. And then you're going to add a 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar. Now, I know that seems like something weird to add to cornbread, but y'all, I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, I have searched the world over. Every year, several times a year, every time I make cornbread, I feel like I try a different recipe, because I can never find one that I'm like, it's all right, but it's not really that good, so let me try something else. This is it, y'all. If I could hug the woman that made this cornbread recipe, I sure would, because y'all, this is good. So you're just going to want to get all your little ingredients mixed up real well, and then when your oven is done preheating, go ahead and pull your pan out of the oven, and you can see there that butter is sizzling. And y'all, this pan is hot. If you've ever dealt with cast iron or any kind of pan you just pulled out of the oven, you know it's going to be hot. But cast iron especially, it's hot. So I wasn't going to put a paper towel in there and try to rub it around. So I just went ahead and got my little silicone brush there, and I'm just brushing it all over the bottom good and all up the sides. And then I'm going to sling it all over the kitchen. But anyway, let's move on. You want your cornbread to have that butter all over it, because for one, you want the flavor of it, y'all. And 2, you don't want your cornbread to stick. So, but again, if you have seasoned your cast iron skillet correctly, it's not going to stick anyway. But we're not going to talk about that, because, anyway, we'll leave that for another day. So go ahead and just get your cornbread, poured all over into your pan. And then, excuse me, y'all, we are going to pop this in the oven for the recipe. Original recipe says 20 to 22 minutes, and I'm almost positive mine was exactly 21 minutes when I pulled it out of there. So starting out, while our cornbread is cooking, we're going to make the topping. Now, it said to have softened butter. My butter was not soft, so I popped it in the microwave, and then I'm a dummy, and I walked away, y'all, and then my butter melted. But you know what? It's still going to turn out fine, so don't worry about it. So to your butter, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. And y'all, get local honey, because local honey is really good for you. It's got a lot of health benefits, because all the bees is just working around in your area of the world. So if you get honey that is local to your area, then you got a lot more health benefits. Now, y'all can call Dr. Google if you want to. Look it up. It's a real thing. I don't know all the details and all the exact science behind it, but local honey is good. It's better for you. So anyway, you're just gonna go ahead and mix this around real good, and then once you get it all mixed up, just set it over to the side because you're gonna use it when your cornbread comes out. And like I said, don't worry about them lumps. It's all gonna work out. So this is our cornbread, y'all, after 21 minutes in the oven, and it looks good already. It looks good already, y'all. You could eat it just like this, but let's not. Let's put a little more sweet on it. So now you're going to take your butter and honey mixture, and you're just going to rub it all over the top of your cornbread. And y'all, this is immediately after my cornbread came out of the oven, so it is piping, steaming hot. Go ahead and rub that all over it, and that butter that you see, the little clumps of butter, they're going to melt down into your cornbread after just a minute or so, so don't worry about those. And I made sure that I went all the way over to the edges because, like I said, you know, the cornbread, when you cook it, kind of pulls away from the side a little bit. So there's a tiny little gap there. And I just wanted to make sure that some of that honey and butter got all, you know, down on the sides of the cornbread too. Y'all, I am telling you, this cornbread, it's so good. I've said it 15 times, y'all, but I ain't lying. This is the world's best cornbread. This is the best cornbread you will ever put in your face. I made this for our little traditional New Year's lunch with my family, and my daughter was like, Mama, this is probably the best cornbread I have ever eaten. And y'all, my head got so big. I was so proud. But it's really good, y'all. It really is. I know I say that all the time, but it really is good. So, and I'm gonna tell y'all, and okay, my least favorite word in the entire universe is moist. Y'all, I hate that word. My brother-in-law sends me pictures of cake mix boxes sometimes, just randomly, that have moist on the front because he thinks he's funny, and I know he's gonna watch this video and I'll probably get another one. But anyway, I don't know any other word to describe it, y'all. It is so fluffy. It's light and it's like cakey. But not cakey, but it's, y'all, it's so good. You're just going to have to trust me and try it. It's really good, y'all. And look, I'm telling you, I have been searching for the perfect cornbread recipe, especially since, y'all, I was dating this guy a couple years ago. And I was so proud of myself. I made some cornbread to go with our soup and stuff. And honey, let me tell you, that was the driest cornbread. And God love him, he didn't say a word. He ate it, he choked it down. I don't know how he did, because I was about to die over there choking to death on the crumbs. But he did, y'all. And anyway, but I can't make cornbread like that no more. So this is the winner. I have found the winner. So the next man's gonna get good cornbread, y'all.